Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Sarcasm Speaks. We are Jared and Bob coming at you here. Right out of the gate, we do have another doubleheader. I feel like maybe every time we record in the month of April, we're probably going to be recording two.
Hmm.
Um,
Wait till May.
yeah. Yeah, because the two today will cover us for this week. The two next week. No. Yeah, you're gone Tuesday. So two next Sunday will cover us for that week. Then we'll probably have to do two on that Tuesday to cover us for the following week after that, because then I'm in California, the week of the 21st. So
When we're
obviously,
hey, when we're in between, we may have to actually hash this out.
yeah, okay. Because I know you're going to Augusta, which, yeah,
Yeah, I'm going this week.
it's so tough.
Dude, sometimes it's a burden doing all this
Yeah.
stuff. You don't know how hard I have it, pal.
Such a tough life.
Yeah.
But yeah, so all that's it. We'll get into all that fun shit. But right out of the gate, we have a loser lap to take. Um, Quasi loser lap. I'm not gonna beat us up too bad, because Val Kilmer died. So
Was he
uh,
our show pick in 2024?
he was the show pick last year. Yeah. So
Of course.
obviously,
Yeah, that's you could have scheduled that.
yeah, the way this works around here, if you've been here long enough, you know that that means he was 100% going to die this year. So we killed Val Kilmer. It wasn't his emphysema or throat cancer or whatever it was that he had. It was Sarcasm Speaks.
Correct.
By making him our show pick in 2024. So, but he did die. Obviously, great actor. Naughty. I was gonna say one of the better Batmen, but I don't even think that's true. He might be in the bottom of the list of Batman. Batman.
I mean, dude, it's it's more so you've got where do people stand on Michael Keaton? Do they like him?
I think people generally like Michael Keaton. Yeah,
All right, so it's Keaton, it's Nicholson, and I'm sorry, not Nicholson. What the fuck?
Bane.
That's the same thing as Keaton.
Jesus Christ, I just did it. I just said Bane. It's Bale. Christopher Bale.
Christian
Oh,
Bale.
Christian Bale. What the fuck is going on? Holy shit.
Yeah, and then I think everyone else after that. Like Keaton, like if that's like your top tier, which Christian Bale might be a tier above.
I think Christian Bale is the
So if
best
he's like
Batman
your
we've had.
championship flight, I think Keaton's your A flight.
Yeah,
I don't know if you have any B flights, but you sure should have a lot of C and D flights.
yeah. Of the C and D's, I would probably put Kilmer at the top. He was better than Clooney for
It's
sure.
also hard to say because those movies were very goofy.
That's true.
So it's like, was it bad acting or a bad idea?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Well, he was better than Clooney. He was better than Pattinson. I don't like Robert Pattinson as Batman.
I mean, Ben Affleck he had a cup of coffee. You know what's funny? He had like a long stretch as Batman, but it was like two movies
Yeah,
and like
yeah.
a couple cameos.
I actually I don't hate Ben Affleck as Batman.
See, I think this is also the tough part is the movies have been so bad, so
The
it's
movies
hard
were bad,
to
yeah, but
remember that I was actually thinking about that Justice League debacle
oh yeah,
like not that long ago. And I'm like, what an absolute botch job. Like, because I know we've shit on Marvel a bunch, but like, what a
right.
fucking botch job by DC that was.
Yeah, the obviously we shit on Marvel and DC was so bad they didn't even get us to comment on it.
I can't even be bothered.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, a
yeah,
DC movie. I may watch it on a plane. May,
yeah.
because I think I've watched the Aquamans.
The best DC movie of late, at least that I've seen, is probably Wonder Woman.
No one was good.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like Wonder Woman was good. The second
I thought
one wasn't as
oh, the
good.
second one was very bad,
Yeah.
very bad. That was like the Birds of Prey or whatever,
Yeah, that was
or
with
was that a different movie?
no, Birds of Prey was the
A
Suicide
different movie
Squad.
entirely.
I think that was Suicide Squad. That was Harley Quinn's movie with Margot Robbie.
Oh.
Um
Oh. It was. Okay.
1984.
No, hold on.
1984 was Wonder Woman. That was
Was
with
that, but
what's
that,
her name? Kristen Wiig.
yeah, and she was a bird.
No, she was a cheetah,
She was a cheetah?
a
Had
leopard.
nothing to do. Wait,
She was a
did Wonder
spotted
Woman have a
cat.
bird costume? Did she have a bird thing?
Yeah, she
Like
was like
that
a
gold thing?
golden eagle thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
I knew bird was relevant at some point.
I am a bird lawyer, so when there are birds involved,
Best
I
damn
know.
bird lawyer around.
Um, yeah, I forget what we were even talking about. Oh, Val Kilmer. Yeah, so he's dead. But I like I said, of the C and D Batman, it's probably a neck
So
and
he
neck.
so he's a C plus.
Yeah, it's neck and neck Affleck and Kilmer for me. I might throw Affleck over Kilmer, but Pattinson and Clooney are certainly
They
at
could
the
both be
bottom.
C pluses.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. And then the other two,
This is
I
a
just don't give
completely
a shit.
arbitrary ranking. If anyone actually has any strong opinions about this, just disregard what we have to
Yeah,
say.
I
We
mean the
barely
only
know
one
what
that
we're talking
probably
about.
would be Finn,
We're
obviously.
pulling like a fucking who is the guy that like spoke to the dead in John
Oh
Edwards? Was
yeah,
that the South Park
yeah,
episode?
yeah, yeah,
I'm getting a puh. I'm getting a puh. I'm like I'm getting a bird. A bird? Is there a
yeah,
bird involved?
yeah, yeah, yeah. There was a bird in the movie. Yeah, yeah, she wore a costume that resembled a bird. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I
Yeah,
said.
it was Birds of Prey. No, it wasn't. The villain was a bird. No, she wasn't. She had a costume that made her into a bird. Finally,
There was a
finally we
scene that
finally we
had a
got
bird
home.
in it. There was a scene with a bird in it. Yep, got it. uh,
The Aquaman movies are okay. I've watched them on planes, so it's like they're
yeah,
good. Like they're good plane movies, which I don't know what that necessarily says.
right.
But like I was watching John Wick every time that it was on.
Oh yeah, say John
So
Wick
I don't
and
know.
James Bond. Those are my go-to plane movies.
Yeah, I've watched a lot of. So I watched strictly James Bond movies to and from Italy because I kept falling asleep. So that covered me. They had James Bond. Actually, Ita, their movie selection, pretty shitty. Pretty shitty. So luckily they had the whole Daniel Craig collection.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, usually that's my go-to for my cross-country flights. If I because you can watch two James Bond movies and that'll cover you to
Yeah.
California, or two John Wicks, or a James Bond and a John Wick.
Yeah, I think I
pick
did two
pick your own
two John
adventure.
Wicks to San Francisco. That might
Yeah,
have been my move.
yeah.
I always used to watch John Wick. I don't think it's up there much anymore.
No, I haven't seen it lately on planes, but um, all right. What was I gonna get to here after Val Kilmer? Oh, all right. So obviously this is a little bit more topical or pressing current events, more current. That's the word I was looking for. Yeah, I'm getting the word current. Um,
We say electric, water, or events. Which one are we going with?
that amperes, volts, otanis? No.
See, I thought we were gonna talk about an undertow or something.
Yeah. What's the fuck ohm? That's what it is, an ohm. That's the other electrical measure unit of measurement. Volts, amps, and ohms. Um, yeah, don't know why I know that. It's not even fucking useful, but
Completely not useful.
yeah, I'm not an electrical engineer. I I know a couple of them now. I work with some of them, but I don't do what they do. But irregardless, um, I gotta get to this Joe Milton stuff because it was severely pissing me off. When was that? Thursday of last week when they traded him? I think it was either Wednesday or
Yeah.
Thursday. I don't know. I don't remember. So for anyone that doesn't know, right, if you're not a Patriots fan, you're not, you know, from around New England. Patriots drafted two quarterbacks last year. Obviously, they drafted Drake May with the third overall pick. He looks like he might be a guy, right? We don't know. Anyone out there that's trying to tell you that Drake May is the second coming of fucking Josh Allen or Tom Brady, they don't know shit because we still don't know. He's had 1 year. In that 1 year, he looked good, right? But Mac Jones also looked good as a rookie, and now look at him. He's on his like third team in 3 years. So um, we don't know, right? Most likely, all signs point to, yeah, he's probably good, but we still need to get through this year. In the same draft, they drafted a kid out of Tennessee, Joe Milton, who I saw someone tweeted about this. They go, Joe Milton was a quarterback in college for 6 years. And when he finally came out, he was drafted in the sixth round. Yet New England fans thought that they were going to get like a second round pick for him. Like he was in college for so long, never really won anything in college either. And then when he finally declared for the draft, he was taken in the sixth round. No one gives a shit about Joe Milton. So if you're a Patriots fucking Bobo fan, everyone was like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna get a third. They probably get a third from Milton." Who in their right fucking mind would give up a third round pick for Joe Milton? He was a sixth round pick, and he wasn't good in college. But because in week 18 they sat Drake May, Joe Milton played the full game. He played a total, I looked this up, 61 snaps offensively. He was on the field for against a Buffalo Bills team that was resting their players. They didn't give a shit. And I think it actually gave them a better draw if they lost the game. I think if they won the game, they would have been they might have had to play the Chiefs in the divisional round or something like that. I don't know. There was some reason why the Bills wanted to lose. They wanted to lose that game. Um, And so Joe Milton is out there and he looks good, right? In one game, right? Against backups and guys that don't give a shit. Joe Milton looks like a pretty good quarterback. He's slinging the ball, he's running out of the pocket, he's throwing for touchdowns. He's got a massive arm, right? No one has ever questioned his arm. His arm talent is elite, the elite of the elite, right? Like he might have the strongest arm in the whole NFL. I think that might be a fact. That doesn't make you a good quarterback, right? So rumors are going around. Oh, Patriots are looking to trade Joe Milton. What does everyone around here do? Yeah, I bet you they're going to get a third round pick for him. Nope, they're not. They're not. So they finally trade him, right? And they traded him and a seventh for a fifth round pick, I think, from the Cowboys, right? Does that check out? It was Milton plus a seven for a fifth round pick.
They really sent the seventh as well.
Yeah. So he was a sixth round pick. You gave up a seven. You got a fifth round pick this year back. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm fine with that. Right. Everyone immediately it comes out. Oh, bad trade. Oh, what a terrible trade. Oh, Elliot Wolf, he's a fucking moron. Why would you make that trade? What an awful trade. Why would you give up a fifth round pick for Milton? Maybe because that's what the fucking market was for him. So they trade him, whatever. The next day, there's a story that comes out. Oh, the Patriots had a better offer on the table that they passed up so that they could send him to the Cowboys because that's where he wanted to go. Okay. What did everyone do immediately? Oh, it was a third round pick. Oh, I can't believe the Patriots they passed up a third round pick to give him up for a fifth. I, I'm sorry, I don't think that's what the report said. I think the report said that there was a better offer on the table, and they chose to send him to Dallas to do the player a solid. In my opinion, a better offer would have been just Joe Milton for a fifth round pick,
Most likely.
right? Like instead of Joe
They're not
Milton
giving up a
plus a
fourth.
seventh,
So that's the thing. It's like we all like most of the time we know seventh round picks are useless.
correct.
Sixth round picks, historically, you've been able to find some diamonds in the rough.
Yeah, but it's
maybe one a
impossible to
year.
have that conversation with anyone from fucking New England because the seventh round pick, you're going to have someone like Vinny that goes JE11 HOF, like Julian Edelman. He was a seventh round pick. All these guys. Oh, incredible. Yeah. Oh, Tom Brady. He was drafted in the sixth round. How many sixth and seventh round picks are there every year? 32, right? Well, technically 64, right? Over the last 30 years, there's one guy that got drafted in the sixth round that is, the greatest to ever do it. One guy. So yeah, it's infuriating to listen to Patriots fans about that shit. But yes, I'm sorry I cut you off. It's seventh round picks don't matter. Sixth round picks, maybe you could find a diamond in the rough. I think
Like
Antonio
one a
Brown was a sixth round pick.
yeah, like one a year. There's usually like someone that's like actually good.
Yeah,
Fifths, like you can find people that should contribute to your football team.
correct.
And then fourth seems to be like there's potential of good players in the fourth.
Yeah. You might be
But no
able to
one's giving up
snag
a
a
fourth for
starting
him.
caliber player for a fourth round pick.
No one is going to give up a fourth.
No.
I don't know, man. This offseason's bad because the thing that's pissing me off like the most that I can't really like stand is the contract talk, right?
Yeah.
It's like people are like, "Well, I got to see the contract details." Like you don't know anything. Like what do you mean you need to see the contract details? What are you? Who are you? Like what
Yeah.
is that? Like for what? What do you need to see the like Stephon Diggs? That was the big one. Oh, the contract's bad. Why? What's so bad about it? Is it your money?
Yeah.
No, it's some cheap fuck in Foxborough who refuses to spend it. Now he's actually spending it. And like, oh, that's a bad contract. Dude, who fucking cares? It's like a 3 year deal.
Yeah. So my initial reaction was that, right? And then I eventually came around to it and I was like, yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Um,
This is the problem.
I
You are
like
a
that they got him.
four-win team. You are
Yeah.
not a playoff team. If Buffalo wants to say like, oh well, who we sign matters because of the contracts and the salary cap and ability to get good. Yeah, I got like Buffalo can say that. Kansas City can say that.
Right.
A back-to-back four-win team, you can't sit there and evaluate contracts because your team fucking blows.
Right.
You need talent through the door.
Yeah.
And I know what everyone's saying. They don't like Stephon Diggs because they're saying, oh, I hope he doesn't mouth off, right? Hope he's a good player, whatever. And it's like you just don't like him because he's black. That's fine. But
Yeah. Yeah.
like Stephon Diggs. Now, listen, did I really want him? If like out of all the possible scenarios, not like the guy on the golf course who goes, well, I think it'd be great if they could get Jamar Chase. It's like it's not
Yeah.
possible, but
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. Okay.
It would be great.
That would be fantastic, actually.
Um,
It'd be
I don't
great
know
if they
about
could get
Higgins.
Saquon Barkley too.
I'd want to get Chase though. It's like I would too.
Yeah.
But like of all the possible scenarios, it's like, yeah, I didn't love the idea of getting Stephon Diggs, but ultimately you still got someone that is good in the NFL.
And I think I said this in our text group. At 31 years old, coming off of a torn ACL, he's the best wide receiver on the team.
Yeah. And it's like
It's like that is saying something. That's how bad
the
this
team
team was
sucks.
last year.
And that's
At
the
a
thing, the
31
team
year
sucks.
old wide receiver coming off of a torn ACL that isn't going to be good for the first 4 to 6 weeks of the season, right? Like it takes a little while for these guys coming off of torn ACLs to kind of, get their legs back under them, for lack of a better term. Um, and he's already the best wide receiver on the team.
And if you think about it, a couple of years ago, there was an AFC championship caliber team whose wide receivers started with Diggs and Hollins. Yes, there was a Gabe Davis. You don't have one of those.
Right.
Shakir, Isaiah McKenzie. So a bunch of Jags after that.
Right.
So it's like, stop pretending that this guy is not like stop pretending that that wasn't a good signing, even if you're not sold on the player coming here and being the Stephon Diggs of old. Like I don't know, he might not be that guy,
Right.
but the fact that they went and signed him is a promising sign. It's the same thing with Milton Williams. It shows that like they will actually spend some money and actually do some things
Right.
because they didn't do shit for a long time. And I think guys started to fucking notice that. And I think the Godwin move to not take the deal may have lit a fire under their ass. Because after that, then it was like all of a sudden it's like tick, 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 tick,
Yeah.
tick. They've signed these guys and they're actually paying them.
Yeah, because I think they offered Godwin $30 million a year, I
Yeah,
heard,
he didn't want it.
and he
He
said
took
no.
22.
Yeah, he took 22. So he was like, "Nah, I'd rather stay in Tampa Bay."
Well, and that's in the other piece now. Like these are things that other teams used to have to deal with in other sports. You have to deal with too that are now relevant because your team isn't good. And
Right.
I don't think people trust the owner anymore. So it's like maybe Vrabel can come in and do some things, but like location in the country is a problem. Weather
Right.
is a problem. Boston is a problem. People
Right.
don't want to come here,
Right.
especially
The
like I don't know where
taxes are
Chris
a problem, right?
taxes
Like
are a problem. Like I don't know where Chris Godwin's from. I have no clue. But let's just say like
Tennessee.
wide receiver X. Well, he went to Penn State, so that's why like I have no idea where he's from. He could be
Yeah.
anywhere. But like let's say a guy was born in SEC country. So he played all his high school ball down that way.
Yeah.
And then he went to an SEC school. Why the fuck would that guy by choice ever come to the Northeast? It's either money or chances of winning or opportunity. Like
He's from Delaware.
weird.
Yeah, Middletown, Delaware.
Um, but like because that's the thing that people used to say about the NBA, like why the Celtics would always lose out to Miami on free agents every year. It's because guys would rather go to South Beach. They don't want to come to
Right.
Boston.
Right.
And when the team sucks, it's even harder. Why do you
Yeah.
think Jacksonville is always throwing around all these contracts? You can't get anyone to go there.
Right. Right.
So I don't know. I mean, the off season's bad. Again, it's like it's not your money. So like, why do you care how much Kraft spends on a player? Who gives a fuck? Because like you even hear with Milton Williams, like, oh, was it an overpay? Yeah. Well, yes, but that's what. Did you want the guy or not?
Right. Right.
Like you can't have him for cheap anymore. And I don't think people understand what contracts are. Like $20 million for a wide receiver, which I don't know what Diggs is even making, but like
I think he's
20
22.
million, 20 million gets you like not a good player.
Yeah.
Good receivers make 30.
I think Diggs's AAV is 22. 20 23 because it's 3 years and 69.
Sounds like a bargain to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you offered Godwin probably 4 and 30, and you
Sounds like a bargain.
got Diggs for 3 and 69.
Yeah, and like what makes Stephon Diggs so much less healthy than Chris Godwin?
Right. Yeah. I mean, Godwin is more of an injury concern because he's constantly had injuries throughout his career. Diggs, yeah, it's a major injury blowing your ACL, but I think he's been relatively healthy for the rest of his career.
Think
Like
so.
I feel like every year Godwin is like, he broke his ankle last year. He tore his ACL 2 years prior to that. I think he had an MCL issue maybe the year prior to that. Like Godwin's always had something, right? I don't know. Yeah, let's see. He was drafted in 2017. He's played one, two, three full seasons his entire career. Three, six, seven, eight seasons. He's played three full ones.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs is not Randy Moss either. So about the mouthing off part, it's like, oh, I just hope he keeps his mouth shut. Whatever.
Yeah,
It's like, first of all, you people are stupid as fuck. It's what makes
yeah,
him probably pretty good.
right.
Two, what did Randy Moss do? Shot his mouth off, and Bill sent him to fucking Tennessee or back to Minnesota. I forget which with the order of which one.
Yeah.
So
But
don't pretend like
also,
that's never happened here.
but also Vrabel's not built, right? Like that.
No, even but regardless, the mouthing, the receiver mouthing off.
Yeah.
Guess what? Jamar Chase melts off.
Yeah.
Remember that? Like he's
AJ
like,
Brown. AJ
he was
Brown was
getting open. He
flipping
goes,
out on the sideline. Remember he was
reading a
reading a
book,
book.
reading a book. You would have taken him.
DK
Metcalf.
Metcalf.
You would
Yeah.
have taken him.
DK Metcalf goes nuts when he doesn't get the ball.
If they traded for Pickens, you'd like him.
Yeah. That's what happens.
Jamar
Like
Chase, I'm always fucking open.
the top wide receivers in the NFL, they want the ball every play. That's what you
What's the only one who
want.
keeps quiet? Justin Jefferson?
You
He's probably
want
the
a
only one.
guy. Yeah, probably.
I don't think he says too much. Top of my head.
Yeah. I think Jefferson's probably the
Devontae
only one.
Adams, I mean, he seems pretty quiet. I don't think he says much.
He was getting into it with Garoppolo in Vegas. He was flipping out. But I think that was more of a he just didn't like
Hey,
Jimmy
I probably would
Garoppolo.
too. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm just like I'm done. They're going to be a 6-win team next year,
Yeah.
unless they take Will Campbell in the first round.
Yeah, because let's not
And it's
forget
not. And
they
for
still don't
me,
have a left tackle
I
on the
also want to
roster.
clarify that it's also not Will Campbell that makes them not a 6-win team or not. It's an organizational move of getting it right.
Right.
And like, because the only my only fear with all these signings is like they did it to shut us up and not make the team better. Now I think that is twofold. I do think it definitely makes the team better. You brought more talented people in,
Right.
but I'm hoping that it's not like, hey, we
It's
got you
dangling the
Diggs,
carrot.
we got you wide receiver one. Hey, we got Milton Williams. People loved him. He was like, a top free agent out there. We got him. We got you Travis Hunter. He's a dynamic playmaker, right? Like that's
You
what would
know,
concern
you
me.
know what that is? That's the Bruins. That's the Jacobs move. It's we'll bring in a couple guys, we'll pay this guy, we'll pay a couple guys here. We'll be competitive every year or kick it around. Sometimes we get a good head coach and one year, they figure it out, they get to the Stanley Cup, they eventually lose, right? Because
This
that's what
guys
they
can't
do.
score goals.
Yeah, but that's what they do. That's been the Bruins' MO for the last 30 years. It's we'll spend some money on some guys and we'll bring in some good guys. Sometimes we get lucky and we draft good players, right? Like they drafted Bergeron, they drafted Marchand, they drafted Tuca, right? Like,
Oh, Tuca was a trade,
oh,
but
that's right. That was the Raycroft trade. Yeah, that's right. Um, but they drafted McAvoy, right? So like they do get lucky every now and then. They'll develop some guys, but they'll also go and spend, right? Like they brought in Horton and they brought in Savard back in the day, and they brought in Chara and they Boychuk, right? Like they'll go and they'll get these guys and they'll bring them in and they'll pay for them, but it's always just so they can make the playoffs and maybe they lose in the first or second round, right? But every year they keep coming back like, oh, they're a playoff team. No, they're good. They're good. Look, they won the President's Trophy this year. Like that's the Bruins. That's been the Bruins' MO for 30 years. So we're about to see if the Crafts are gonna steal that from the Jacobs family or not, or they
the
actually
only
do
the
give a
only way
shit.
they get lucky though is if Drake May is quite good,
Right.
then they will get bailed out.
Yeah. I mean, if Drake May is Josh Allen, then hey, you got fucking lucky.
Yeah, I mean, if
You
he,
got you
well,
got a
even
top
if
three quarter if because Josh Allen is a top three quarterback in the NFL, right? If Drake May is Josh Allen, right? You get a top three quarterback in the NFL. I mean, you can't do much better than that. Tell you what though, Drake May ain't Tom Brady. He ain't gonna take $25 million a year.
no, those days are gone.
Yeah, yeah. So you can pay the other guys, right? So but yeah, in no world, no fucking world, were you gonna get a third round pick for Joe Milton. And it drives me nuts. Patriots fans drive me fucking nuts over stupid shit like that. Because you just can't be realistic, right? Like no one can be fucking realistic anymore. Oh, they left a better deal on the table. Yeah, you're still not. You weren't going to get a fourth round pick for him, probably.
No, it's
So,
tough. I just don't think they know how to conduct themselves because the team hasn't been this bad in a long time. So there's a whole generation or two of Patriots fans that don't know what it's like to be bad, and frankly, we kind of don't either.
right.
Because like even in '96, they went to a Super Bowl.
True.
Um, but yeah, the delusion. I don't know. These people are idiots. It's fucking bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know about Diggs. Fucking, you're an asshole.
all right. Well, since this is actually, that'll be my final thought. Never mind. Table that. Before we get to final thoughts, I have one more thing. Um, that is also football related, before we wrap things up here. Um, I saw this on Twitter. It's actually Jerry Thornton from Barstool wrote an article, and I'll read the headline for you. And it is, things are going so well with the Jets, they're offering buyouts to two-thirds of their employees for quote unquote cultural reasons. So effectively, the cliff notes on this whole article is what's his name? Woody Johnson, right? That's the guy, that's the one of the Johnson guy that owns the Jets. He paid, this is also hilarious, dude, just being in like the business world now. He paid a third party consultant to, yeah, to come in to his organization and analyze it, right? And give him some feedback. And everything that was analyzed and provided to Woody Johnson, he decided that there was a culture issue in the Jets. So his solution was, I'm just going to get rid of everyone that doesn't want to be here. So that's him offering the buyouts to people for two-thirds of whatever is left on their contracts, right? I'll pay you, 67% of what I still owe you, and you can go get another job. Here's your severance package. So this is Jerry's point in the article, and I like Jerry a lot. I've been following him for a long time, back since when like Barstool was actually Barstool. Um, he goes, is there more of a like Woody Johnson sort of like billionaire don't get it Jets owner thing than your franchise has sucked for decades. So you bring in a third party organization to analyze your organization. And the conclusion that you draw from this information is that everyone else is the problem.
I wonder if the consultant gave him the hot dog costume. All looking for the guy who did this.
Yeah. It's just unbelievable. So now, right, he's offering buyouts to anyone on the Jets staff on their payroll, that doesn't want to work for the team anymore, which means there's going to be massive turnover in the organization. So again, this guy gets this analysis, goes, everyone else is the problem. It's not me. It's not the guy at the top. And so what I'll do is I'll just create more uncertainty in my organization by letting people, take severance packages, and then I'll go out and hire more people to fill their roles. But didn't you hire the people that were the problem? Well, yeah, but this time it will be different because I'll hire the right people now. Oh, okay. All right. Like, it's unbelievable. That is like the ultimate Jets move and like the ultimate Woody Johnson move.
That's why it's actually very much believable.
Yeah. I hope uh I hope Gary V is able to keep grifting and actually buy the Jets and see what happens, because they probably would actually not suck. I mean, I don't know if they would be good, right? Because they're always going to be the Jets, but the Jets under Gary V would probably be a much better product than under Woody Johnson.
Then Gary V wouldn't be Gary V.
That's true. Although he could do his stupid fucking videos from his Jets fucking office or whatever, selling
Remember
his
that was like the big
wine.
thing with him was, I want to buy the Jets one day, and then it's like, what happens if I actually do it?
Yeah. Yeah. So now we can get to final thoughts. So
So it's Augusta week.
yes, it
You
is.
may have noticed Angel Cabrera, past champion,
Hmm.
is going to be back. He served, I want to say
2 years,
three.
two and change, I think.
I think he served 3 years in prison because there was some time where he was in prison before being sentenced.
Okay.
Um, but I only looked at the Wikipedia, so it's like I don't actually know what he did. It was under like assault and intimidation and things like that. I don't think he killed anybody or anything. I think he'd be in jail still. But he's back at Augusta after serving his time. And he just went on the Champions Tour this week
Yeah, I saw that.
in the event today. So I guess credit to Angel Cabrera,
Yeah. He
guy
spent
with
a
oh,
he
how
spent
long?
a total of 30 months. So about
Okay.
two and a half years.
And for a guy that has three PGA Tour wins, two of them are majors. So,
Yeah. Look
and
out
then
for
he
Angel
also lost the
Cabrera.
playoff to Adam Scott in 2013. So, I mean, he's old now. I mean, like, let's not beat around the bush. People are like, oh, he's peaking just in time. It's like he's 55. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but Phil won at 52.
yeah. Phil won at 51, and he was Phil. This is Angel Cabrera, who's been in prison.
Not a lot to do in prison other than practice golf, though.
I mean, can he?
I mean, he was in prison for domestic violence. So I can't imagine he was in like maximum lock him up 23 hours a day prison.
Yeah, but does like Argentina like have rights for prisoners? Wasn't here.
Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Argentinian prisons are
I
like.
don't think they let you play golf. Now, I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe because he's like their one of their best exports, maybe they do, but
Yeah.
um
Yeah. Does Argentina have white collar prisons like we do here?
I don't think so. I think they've just got prisons and more prisons. Yeah, either way. It's like, oh, he's peaking just in time. Like, yeah, just in time to maybe make the cut. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Angel Cabrera is going to be Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah. I wonder if I can find, let me see how quickly, um, if they have make the cut odds up yet. They
They might
do.
not be out. Are they out?
Shout out to DraftKings. They're always first.
Yeah.
To make the cut at the Masters, where is Angel Cabrera? He's plus 290 on DraftKings to make the cut. He is tied for third last. The only people that have longer odds to make the cut that are at least listed, right? Because I'm sure there's other people that are playing that DraftKings just won't let you bet on. Um, but Cabrera and VJ Singh are both plus 290. Mike Weir is plus 310. And then Jose Maria Olazabal is plus 340. And then that is it. That's the bottom.
Bad.
I mean, I would throw $5 on Cabrera to win 20, like to make the
Hey
cut.
man, go ahead.
Why not? Just for
Why not? Well,
fun.
I don't think he's gonna.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, but he's peaking at the right time.
Correct.
So Or I can just guarantee that he won't make the cut by betting on him.
Yeah, it doesn't matter for like whatever.
Yeah. So that also being said, my final thought is as well to do with the Masters. Obviously, it being Masters week. Um, have you made any bets? Who do you got? Who do
I
you
have
like?
not. I have not because what I have discovered over the last few years is I don't know how to bet on golf with outrights. So any golf bets I even make, which is actually fewer than I'd like to admit, actually don't know if I've bet on a golfer in 2025. I may not have. Um, but anything I have been placing is like top 20s
Yeah,
because the fields are just weird in my opinion. Scotty Scheffler doing his thing
right.
just makes it difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, the outrights. I think we talked a little bit about this, a couple months
And we
ago.
have probably we probably have a handful of times.
That the betting outrights in golf is just so fucking hard. Because yeah, we did talk about this recently because I remember we talked about how everything before the Masters last year, the winners were like 95 to 1, 125 to 1, 130 to 1. Like they were just massive long shots. So it's like, how are you going to pick that guy? Right? Like there's like eight guys that are all 120 to 1. And then there's like, 10 guys that are 150 to 1. It's like, you're going to tell me you're going to sit here and you're going to pick the right one. Like, yeah, you can guess and some people hit. That was the
Like
whole
who's gonna
thing.
get Brian Harmon this week?
Right. Right. So like last year was hard. Like last year was really hard to bet on golf. Um, this
Well,
year,
and then the other piece is people also fall into this trap. I think Ian Mack talked about it too. Whereas like it might have been the players or something. He takes Rory. And people are like, nice pick. And he goes, if I think he's going to win, how is it a bad pick?
right,
And it's because it doesn't have long odds. So like, that's a trap that a lot of people fall into as well. Like I'm looking at it right now, and like I could certainly see some people take Patrick Cantlay because he's 35 to 1. I could see people take Zalatoris because he's 55 at FanDuel.
right,
And people are like, oh, that's too high. It's like, not if he's not going to win.
right.
Cam Smith, 60 to 1. Like that, that's what we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like FanDuel probably has the best outrights for most guys as we're looking at it.
So I still have to go through and make a couple more bets, and then obviously I'll put in my top 20s, right? And um, but I'll take my CLV trophy for Shane Lowry because I took Shane Lowry to win the Masters at 50 to 1.
Yeah, best you can get's 40 right now.
I think he's 32. I saw on DraftKings or something like that the last
So
time I checked.
DraftKings has 35.
35. Okay.
There's another one. Who's that? We don't have Bet 365.
No.
Yeah, so for the books that we can bet, there's a couple 40s available.
Yeah. So
FanDuel Bet MGM.
I got Lowry at 50 to 1. I got Morikawa at 18 to 1.
Morikawa, best you can get is 16 in a couple places.
And I got Bryson at 18 to 1 also.
So he has actually come up. He can be got for 20.
Okay. All right.
Yes, I mean odds board. Scotty Scheffler. I'll just give best prices. Scotty Scheffler 450, Rory 650, and then there's a huge jump. Morikawa 16, Rahm 16, Abergs 18, Bryson 20, Schauffele 20, Thomas 22, Neiman 30, which is a joke. Bruce is 33, Matsuyama 33, Spieth 33. I think I'm going to stop there because now you're getting into the Cantlays, Fleetwoods,
Right.
Hovland, Lowry, Hatton, Lee. Like, I conceivably like those guys could win. Um, I mean, anyone can win. And like, but like if it came out of that group, I like really wouldn't be surprised. I would be surprised if it was McIntyre,
Oh yeah,
Russell
yeah.
Henley,
Well, Bobby
Batia.
Mack's a lefty.
Oh yeah, lefties always win there. Um, but it's also funny. So it's like I know, like you've been on like we've been taking Lowry top 20s for a few years now, I think. And
Yeah.
I think he's cashed one. I'd say it was probably the last two, and he cashed one, did not cash the other or something. Or maybe it's out of the last three, and he's cashed one out of three or something. Um, do I have it up? No, I don't have it up, obviously. Fucking idiot. Yeah, I think he had like a top 10 and then like a 21 and like a 46 or something. So it's like since we've been taking him, it's like not really been working out too well. But like he is not the caliber of player as Victor Hovland,
Right.
and neither is Tommy Fleetwood. And can't like it's just like a big batch of mediocre in there. But this is where I struggle so much, and this is why like I don't have bets. So like John Rahm, same odds as Morikawa. I'm like, that's not correct. Like that doesn't sound right.
Right.
Like Rahm should be better, but he's been playing live, so it's like, is he playing good? Is he playing bad? What does that even mean? Like I don't know anything right now.
Right.
And then also, like, are we really gonna alternate winners? Like Scheffler, Rahm?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that's just an odd pattern.
Right.
And it's like I know everyone likes Bryson. I just don't. I can fact check this. Remember, there was a time where he had the chipping yips, and like that type of shit matters, especially there. Like you don't have to have the yips, but like the lack of confidence, say.
Yeah.
And so his history. So he was T6 last year, and he played great almost everywhere last year. He was cut in 2023, cut in 2022, T46 in 2021, and then the year Dustin Johnson won when it was in the fall 2020, he was T34, which that should have been one of his higher finishes because the course was soft, squishy, bomb it around, and he was T34. So it's like his success there really actually doesn't check out. Um, Now, however he's playing this year, I don't know. So I'm like, this is what I mean is I don't know if 20 is the correct number because it's like he's off the US Open, but he's just as likely to win as Schauffele. I'm like, I don't know if I agree with that.
Right.
And only $2 better. Yeah, $2 better than Justin Thomas. Like, why is Justin Thomas there? And why is Neiman 30? Like, this board makes no sense. Like,
Yeah.
and this is why, like, I haven't been really betting on golf. It's like that fraction has fucking killed it for me.
Yeah. It's hard.
No, it's really hard. But again, this is what I mean. It's like, it also doesn't make sense because then I'm like sitting here and I'm like, well, if Thomas is 22 and Neiman's 30 and Kepka's 33, why wouldn't I just take Kepka?
Right.
Now, I know why I wouldn't take Kepka because I don't know what the fuck he's been doing.
Yeah.
And it's like whatever, and then it's like they're playing over there again. The game's fractured. Like, is what they're doing over there even relevant? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I don't know. All that to say, I don't know.
Yeah.
And like, does Cam Smith even give a shit about golf anymore? It doesn't seem like it.
Yeah, I mean, I may throw $5 on Kepka if he's 33 on FanDuel.
But this is the thing, though, and this is the hard part because it's like when you look at this board, I'm like, well, 33 is good value based on the board.
Right.
But is everyone else off, including him? Like, is 33 actually a good number?
Right.
I don't know. And if he's 33, then maybe a top 10 makes a little bit more sense.
Right. Yeah. I don't think FanDuel offers. I think FanDuel is really shitty when it betting on golf when it comes to their placements because I don't think they include ties.
No, they don't. So that's it's got to be MGM.
Yeah. Well, DraftKings does now.
What, they include ties?
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Yep.
Is
They
it a
give
separate is it a separate line or is it
yeah, they
just
give you the option. So there's a it says top 5 including ties or top 10, top 20 including ties. Or you can bet dead heat. Like you can
ooh,
choose.
maybe it's DraftKings.
Yeah. So DraftKings also right now, I'm looking at it for the Masters, they'll let you bet top 40, top 30. They have top 20, 30, and 40, including ties is an
Do you
option.
have are you looking at the top 40s?
I am. Yeah.
Who's the first guy at like a minus 110?
Gotta go a long way down.
I know you do.
Max Gracerman is minus 110.
That's so far down.
All the guys right around
You know
him.
his outright?
Oh fuck, what is it? Like
250 to 1.
75? Yeah.
250 to 1. Actually, you know
250.
who he's tied with for outright? Max Homa, 250 to 1.
Yeah, well, if you can take out a second mortgage and put it on Max Homa missing the cut, that would be fantastic because he fucking sucks
I might
right
zig on
now.
everyone's zag. No, I'm not. I won't do it. Is Kirk playing any good this year?
Chris Kirk,
Yeah.
I don't know. He's
He's
probably fine.
300 to 1. Finally, Cam Young, 200 to 1. Finally, someone
Yeah.
has him where he should be.
He's plus 105 to top 40.
I don't even know if he plays well there or this year. I
Yeah.
don't know anything. Mav.
Phil is minus 115
Yeah,
to
but
top
Phil
to top
finished.
40
Did Phil finish runner up last year?
2 years ago, I think.
Okay. He's due.
Yeah.
I don't know. I might have to. I might take some time to see. This is also the tough part is I have to somehow work like a busy day tomorrow. Maybe I'll do it tonight. I don't know. But like, yeah, I got to somehow get these. I got to get a look at like who's doing what well.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, I mean, those are the only three I have right now. I'll probably add Kepka at 33 for four guys, but um, I got to go through and do all that other stuff. So obviously you'll be there, right? So that'll be a good time. But that's going to be it for us for game one. We got another one of these to do. So thank you for watching. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to hit subscribe up above, hit the thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you're an audio only guy. Rate and review on Spotify and iTunes. Get us on Instagram at Sarcasm Speaks Pod. Twitter is Sarcasm underscore Speaks. Facebook is Sarcasm Speaks. And support the sponsors, support us. And until next time, good night, everybody.